downtown Spokane. This is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Rob King. Federal immigration officers shot and killed a man in Minneapolis today. This is the second killing of a U.S. citizen by federal officers this month, and congressional leaders are calling for a committee hearing with the heads of Border Patrol and ICE. Eastern Washington Representative Michael Bumgardner backed the idea, posting on X, "I applaud the chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee for quickly calling a full committee hearing. I once again urge all public officials to make responsible statements based on facts that do not inflame things." The man shot and killed was identified as 37-year-old Alex Preddy, a U.S. citizen and ICU nurse. The Department of Homeland Security says Preddy was armed and agents acted in self-defense.
During this operation, an individual approached U.S. Border Patrol agents with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The agents attempted to disarm the individual, but he violently resisted. Fearing for his life and the lives and safety of fellow officers, a Border Patrol agent fired defensive shots. Medics on the scene immediately delivered medical aid to the subject, but the subject was pronounced dead at the scene.
Minnesota gun law allows for open carry with a permit, and police say Preddy was properly licensed. After the shooting, protesters took to the streets of Minneapolis.
I heard the news pretty soon after it happened, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. We came down here and was immediately met with tear gas and rubber bullets and, MPD in their police line. They drove a whole SWAT car out here. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to be American right now.
Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey and Governor Tim Walz spoke out against ICE, pleading with President Trump to end the operation taking place in the Twin Cities.
To President Trump, this is a moment to act like a leader. Put Minneapolis, put America first in this moment. Let's achieve peace. Let's end this operation, and I'm telling you, our city will come back. Safety will be restored. We're asking for you to take action now to remove these federal agents.
Minnesota and our local law enforcement, as you have seen, have done everything possible to de-escalate. Local media has reported extensively on the cooperation to de-escalate this situation. Donald Trump, I call on you once again, remove this force from Minnesota. They are sowing chaos and violence.
Washington Senator Maria Cantwell released a statement on the shooting, writing, "President Trump has crossed the line. Americans will not stand for masked armed troops roaming their neighborhoods. ICE is not trained in this capacity and should not be on the streets. This incident should be investigated immediately and not politicized by the president." Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey says City of Minneapolis will be filing a declaration encouraging a judge to rule on a temporary restraining order that would give the city, quote, immediate relief and help stop the operation that's been so harmful to the city. Closer to home, Border Patrol has detained a 10-year-old child and her father in Spokane. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown confirmed the detention on her Facebook page yesterday. She wrote that the federal government keeps telling us they're focused on criminals, yet a Spokane father and child, neither of whom have a criminal record, were detained and sent to Texas. The local group Latinos in Spokane put out a statement saying they were alarmed and saddened by the news, and that the 10-year-old Carla Teal and her father have an active immigration case and valid documentation. They go on to say no child should be taken from their community or removed from school, and no parent should have their legal process disregarded. Carla deserves to be in school with her classmates, and her father deserves to have his court date honored outside of detention. Children deserve safety. Families deserve dignity. Due process must be respected. We reached out to Governor Bob Ferguson's office, who provided us with this statement saying, "President Trump says he's going after criminals. Tell me what crime this 10-year-old committed. Spokane has been her home since she was 4, while her dad sought asylum. Now she's in a detention facility in Texas. This is wrong and un-American." Today, Senator Patty Murray released a statement about the detainment as well, writing, "This week, the Trump administration decided to detain a hardworking roofer with a 10-year-old daughter who's lived in America the majority of her life. A family who, as far as I know, did everything legally to be here. Trump isn't going after criminals or the worst of the worst. He's deporting hardworking people who make our communities better." Spokane Public Schools held a moment of silence for Carla this week during its school board meeting.
I'd just like to ask for a moment of silence. Tonight, we recognize the profound loss felt in our district after an elementary student was detained locally and taken into immigration detention in another state. The child's absence is deeply felt by classmates, educators, and a school community that is grieving and trying to make sense of this loss. Our thoughts are with the student, their family, and all those impacted.
As we continue to follow the news out of Minneapolis and learn more about the Spokane man and daughter detained, we'll share it with you on our newscast and on our website, kxly.com.
Good Saturday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day so far. Hope you have great plans for your Sunday. It is going to be chilly. We're going to remain pretty much where we have been today. 26 degrees right now for Spokane. We do expect to get into the teens again overnight, so a very chilly overnight period, but that's what happens when you have mostly clear skies. Quite beautiful today. Saw quite a bit of sunshine, a little bit of cloud coverage intermixed in there. Now keep an eye out for freezing fog. Timing of that will be overnight, 4 a.m. to about 10 a.m. So could see a little bit of fog returning for our morning hours. Also returning is warmer temperatures as we move on into our last week of January. We're going to be hitting right around the freezing mark for Monday. So tomorrow, still very chilly, and then just ascending up to 43 by next week. Next Saturday is our final day of January. So wet weather just not hitting us. We are dry, and we're going to continue to be dry as we head into our week. Slight chance of some shower activity Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So your evening planner, mostly clear skies. And again, we do expect to get into the teens overnight. A little bit of that fog rolling in tomorrow, or a little bit of cloud coverage. We do expect more sunshine, so I'll get you ready for that. Also, there's quite a bit of snow and dangerous weather to the east in our country. We'll have more on that later on the show, and I'll get you ready for your Sunday in my First Alert weather forecast that's coming up.
All right, Jason, thanks. 7 people were injured in a car crash this morning near Colville. According to Washington State Patrol, a woman was driving westbound on Hall Road, crossing the highway to Arden Hill Road around 9:45 this morning. WSP says a pickup truck was approaching the intersection, and the woman didn't yield and pulled out in front of the truck. The truck then hit her car on the right side. 7 people in her vehicle, ranging in age from 9 months to 19 years old, were taken to the hospitals for their injuries. A bill making its way through the Washington State Legislature could directly impact how Spokane handles homelessness. The Shelter Not Penalties Act would prevent cities from citing or moving people for sleeping outside unless adequate shelter is actually available. Mary Sheridan explains how this could impact Spokane's newest camping ordinance.
It's been about 3 months since the city of Spokane adopted their Safe and Accessible Spaces Ordinance, which gives officers the discretion to cite people who are camping publicly. If the Shelter Not Penalties Act passes in Olympia, officers will lose this ability unless an adequate shelter is available. Representative Natasha Hill believes the bill provides a protective, supportive framework for the homeless.
How do we work better together to ensure we have a place for everyone to go and not punish them because we don't have what they need in our community?
Hill represents Spokane's legislative district in Washington's capital. She's one of several co-sponsors of House Bill 2489. Adequate shelter space must be free, allow partners, pets, and possessions, accommodate disabilities, and be inside city limits. But this definition of adequate shelter space has drawn some opposition.
None of our shelters would qualify for that. The 8th and Cannon shelter, where we have a lot of navigation going on towards services, that wouldn't qualify.
Gavin Cooley from the Spokane Business Association worries this bill will tie the hands of SPD. He believes this would reverse the progress Spokane has seen since the ordinance took effect in October. Cooley says this progress is already visual.
I think people can see it in downtown, where we're saying no to these behaviors that really damage business and commerce downtown. But we're also moving people into the help they need.
He believes the option of a citation is the leverage some people need to seek help. In the last 3 months, 482 people have been cited under the new law and required to appear in community court. A Spokane County judge tells me this coming Monday will be one of the largest dockets she's seen for that court. But Hill argues the legal system is another expensive barrier to navigate and can force people to relive their trauma.
We don't need citations to get people to services. We know when we get people to services, we have better outcomes, and we need to invest in housing.
This week, the bill was discussed in a public hearing in Olympia. The ACLU of Washington testified in support, while several local law enforcement agencies testified against the bill. It's scheduled for an executive session in the House Housing Committee this Tuesday. For 4 News Now, I'm Mary Sheridan.
Well, big traffic changes could be coming to Spokane's South Hill. Still ahead, the proposals the city has for Graham Boulevard. Plus, the 20-1 Zags took on the San Francisco Dons tonight, and Armia Green will be live at the Kennel with highlights from the game.
And pretty chilly drive home for those fans tonight, as we're staying pretty darn chilly for at least the next couple of days. But changes on the way as we get into our final work week of January. You're watching 4 News Now Special Edition. We hope you stick with us. We'll see you after the break.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it. Work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting from the beginning or just wanting better results, Move Fitness has what you need to get the job done.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Every day asks for your best. You have goals to meet, standards to exceed. Stressless seating helps you rise to each moment, offering comfort that moves with you and design that supports you. It creates space to recharge, refocus, restore your clarity. Now at Ennis Fine Furniture, save 10% on qualifying stressless seating or $600 on the new Stressless Atom Recliner. Stressless, recharge, rest, and shine.
Hi, I'm Conan O'Brien. I'll be hosting the 98th Annual Academy Awards Sunday, March 15th. Join me for a night of pure Hollywood magic.
Cut and freeze and hold the pose, Conan, and set the award. Okay, clear the mark, and action.
Whoa! See you there.
Cut, we got it.
So you're gonna cut out the middle part so that it looks like a magic trick?
Yeah, we'll cut it out.
Because I'll really look stupid if you don't cut it.
It's gonna look great. It's gonna.
Okay, I trust you.
Healthcare is putting new pressure on budgets as families face higher premiums and out-of-pocket costs. I'm Robin Nance. I'll show you 5 smart steps to slash those bills and keep more money in your wallet. Tuesday on Good Morning Northwest.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back to 4 News Now Special Edition. The 8th-ranked Zags took on the San Francisco Dons tonight in the Kennel. Just barely pulled out the win, and our sports team's joining us with a look how this one, Jack, almost unraveled for Gonzaga.
We got a little bit close at the ending of this one. My goodness, do we have an incredible finish in Spokane tonight. Fortunately, we had an eyewitness here for this nuts ending. Our Mia Green joins us from the court post-game. And Mia, walk us through how this Zags team eked out a win tonight.
Yes, it was an absolute thriller tonight in the Kennel as Gonzaga secured their 14th straight win and their 34th consecutive win over the San Francisco Dons. They closed out the first half of West Coast Conference play a perfect 9-0. Gonzaga came out firing, ripping off a 10-0 run to open the game, building a strong 36-25 lead by halftime. Despite playing without Graham Ike and Braden Huff for the third straight game, the Zags showed their toughness, and that fight defined the night. San Francisco brought a different energy in the second half, rallying with a scrappy attack and cutting the deficit to as little as 2 points by the final buzzer. Jalen Worley played a major role in sealing the win, stepping into a leadership role and leading Gonzaga with 19 points tonight. After the game, head coach Mark Few spoke about the impact Worley has had lately.
I mean, just phenomenal, inspiring, just epitome of toughness, and giving this team, this program, this town, everything, all he's got, and just awesome to witness firsthand.
Well, Mia, Gonzaga has not dropped a home game to USF since 1989. You mentioned that 34-game streak is incredible, living on through another fiery crowd, doing their best to intimidate the Dons tonight. How'd you see that rattle what's a really solid WCC team?
Yeah, Jack, whenever you first got here, it was a little bit quiet to start off. And then, like I said, that 10-0 run really started the fire for the Zags. And then they just kept it lit throughout the entire game. And with that second half rally by the Dons, you could really see the crowd getting really into it. The stands were shaking. It got so loud in here to the point where I couldn't even speak to the person next to me without having to yell and even talk pretty loud to get through to that. So I really think the intimidation factor and just playing in the Kennel in general, one of the most difficult environments for college basketball and college teams to play in. So overall, I think the intimidation factor from the fans really played a key role in tonight's victory. And Gonzaga's off to a great start, hot start, and proving why they're the 8th ranked team in the country. Up next, they'll host St. Mary's just a week from now in the Kennel. Reporting from Spokane, I'm Mia Green for News Now Sports.
Thank you very much, Mia. We just love to see the Kennel packed back with students after winter break. And that St. Mary's game, I know she was saying how loud it was. It's going to be even louder for that one. It's going to be great. We have plenty more hoops action coming up later in sports, though. Cougs, Eags, Vandals, all at home today, too. Plus the Seahawks NFC Championship kickoff less than 24 hours away. Rob, back to you.
All right, Jack, thanks. Well, Spokane considering reducing lanes on Grand Boulevard between 14th and 29th Avenues. The city cites safety concerns near Manitou Park. Now, Grand currently has 2 lanes in each direction with no median. And officials say this creates dangerous conditions for crossing pedestrians and drivers trying to make left turns.
It's part of being a motorist and driving. One has to follow the rules and slow down when you're supposed to.
The city proposes 2 options, it says, could cut crashes by 24%. Option 1 is reduce Grand to 1 lane in each direction with a center turn lane and more bike space. Option 2 would keep 4 lanes but converts one of them into a turn lane. The Manitou Cannon Hill Neighborhood Council has pushed for road changes for years, and the city is holding an informational meeting Tuesday night for public input. Spokane's annual Lilac Parade will have a significantly shorter route this May. Now, the city cut the winding parade route by 2 full blocks, ending at Riverside instead of First Avenue. The decision stems from an executive order signed last year to reduce costs for big events. Lilac Festival organizers worry the shorter route means fewer viewing spots for the same number of spectators.
Are we going to have the same amount of people who want to watch it, and where are they going to be at? Are they going to be able to watch it without being 10 people deep? So that's a concern.
The city created 3 standardized parade routes to cut police overtime costs. All Spokane parades must now choose from these set routes. Festival organizers say they're planning around the new restrictions, but remain concerned about accommodating crowds and equipment in a smaller space.
KXLY.com.
Everything you need to get stronger is just around the corner. Save $28 or more when you join Planet Fitness for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 30th.
See what you got.
I'm a real wild one. Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul. Made for the trail. And made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
This is the kind of card that has America talking. With it, people with Medicare are getting all-in-one coverage for their doctor visits, hospital care, prescription drugs, and more. This kind of insurance, called Medicare Part C, may also cover dental care, eyeglasses, hearing aids, fitness programs, vitamins, even healthy meals and rides to the doctor. With this kind of coverage, you do not need a Medicare supplement insurance plan. You will access your benefits through your Medicare Part C plan for one low and oftentimes $0 monthly plan premium. You deserve to get the most from your Medicare benefits. Call now for free information that may help you get more coverage for less money. There is no obligation to enroll. Whether for yourself or someone you love, call the number on the screen now. Call now.
Everything you need to get stronger is just around the corner. Save $28 or more when you join Planet Fitness for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends January 30th.
See what you got.
When it matters most, America turns to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight.
Welcome back. Well, we're taking a live look outside the pavilion. Look at those colors. Look familiar? Pavilion's lighting activated to Seahawks mode, and the lights will stay this way through tomorrow's big game.
Oh, if they win tomorrow, I think everybody will be activated into Seahawks mode around
I think
here.
they'll have to keep the lights then going. They can't then stop.
Oh,
now it's Lucky Charm.
Well, we have Valentine's Day is the next holiday.
Sure.
Or Groundhog Day, but there's no real colors for Groundhog Day.
Fur brown?
Yeah, fur brown.
Well, Jason, for people going to that game, might be chilly.
It might be chilly, but the good news, good traveling over the pass. So that is good if you're heading to Seattle tomorrow. Let's take a look outside. Currently 25 in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene 26. We are expecting to be in the teens overnight tonight, so do get ready for another chilly night. Good Saturday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. So as we're getting ready, cold lows in the teens overnight tonight. Fog may return tomorrow morning between 4 and 10 a.m., so keep an eye out for that if you're doing some traveling. Light moisture midweek is a possibility, and it's been almost a month without precipitation. The last time we saw measurable precipitation for Spokane was the day after Christmas. So by Monday, it'll be exactly a month without measurable precipitation. It continues tonight. Clear skies, hence the very chilly temperatures we're going to be having overnight. So let's take a look at that Futurecast. A little bit of snow going into the central part of Montana. And again, high pressure systems kind of ruling the roost, but we do have some low pressure systems coming in and out. As we get to Monday morning, we do have a little bit of shower activity coming into the coast of our states. But as we move into the day, we are going to be looking at just a little bit of shower activity, maybe for Lewiston, maybe for Pullman. But other than that, we're going to be looking dry. But again, we have slight chances of shower activity for Spokane, Coeur d'Alene as we move into, looks like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So our passes, as I said, are looking fantastic. And they're going to continue to stay dry as we head through at least Tuesday. They could see a hint of snow coming in on Wednesday. We'll, of course, keep an eye on that. But just unbelievable conditions. I know a lot of people are doing dry January, but that doesn't mean for Mother Nature as well. But we could definitely have a dry January for the region. Thank you, Rob, for laughing at that. So taking a look at our temperature, we are right in the mid to lower 20s. Odd for Tri-Cities to be so chilly this time of night. But again, those clear skies. And we are going to be looking at, again, cooler by 10 degrees in our overnight than our average 5 degrees during our day. So definitely is chilly. Here are the overnight numbers. Tri-City's going to actually warm up in the overnight period, but teens for much of the regions. Look at Colville at 14 overnight, but we are going to see those overnights start to warm up. Air quality wasn't really an issue when we had that stagnation, but it is starting to become an issue as we're moving in to our weekend. So keep an eye out for that. Staying out of Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, but many of our other areas are dealing with it. Winds are non-existent. We hope to see a little bit of wind coming in to hopefully refresh our air and help us out with that air quality. So here's our 7-day forecast, 31 for Sunday, and then we're going to get above the freezing level Monday and well above it as we get into our next weekend. Again, final day of January on Saturday. Overnight lows also getting close to the freezing mark. Should see some sunshine Tuesday and Wednesday, and again, a slight chance of showers at the end of the week. But as we head into tomorrow, more of what you saw today, and just get ready for a very nice but chilly Sunday ahead. And folks, as I mentioned, a major winter storm is blanketing much of the United States this weekend. We're missing out on all of that, but quite a bit going on. For the latest, here's CNN's Yvonne Rodriguez.
Don't go out. Stay home and make yourself safe, and safety is paramount.
A blockbuster winter storm is bringing snow, ice, and bone-chilling temperatures to much of the U.S. this weekend.
Frankly, it will be colder than any sustained period that New York has experienced in about 8 years.
States of emergency were declared in several states, and forecasters say tens of millions of people from Texas through New England will be affected.
Our city crews will be working around the clock to clear the streets and keep up with the pace of the storm.
The frigid blast is already causing travel issues. Some roadways, including Interstate 20 and I-49 in Louisiana, is closed due to weather.
If you do get stranded, make sure you're in a safe space. If you're on the interstate, get off on an exit ramp. You can get to a publicly lit parking lot to get to the destination where you are absolutely safe.
As of Saturday afternoon, more than 10,000 flights in the U.S. are canceled through Monday, according to travel tracker site FlightAware. Meanwhile, officials at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport are using new machinery to try to minimize flight delays.
I'm confident that we will keep the airfield open for arrivals and departures throughout the entire event.
The bottom line from officials, avoid the outdoors and roadways if possible.
We panic in the South. I'm not so much a panicker. I got gas and electricity, so as long as I got gas, I'll be all right.
I'm Ivan Rodriguez reporting.
Well, still to come, meet the local firefighter that says he's running against Michael Bumgardner for Congress. And a movie filmed in our region is up for 4 Academy Awards. Hear from a local man who worked on bringing the film to life after the break. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, February 5th. Get your tickets now.
Winning is just the beginning.
I'm Conan O'Brien, and I'm hosting the Oscars for the second time on March 15th. Why am I back? To settle some scores. Take care of some unfinished business. Actually, I just left my mouth guard in the theater. They're expensive.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it, work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting from the beginning or just wanting better results, Move Fitness has what you need to get the job done.
I'm Judy Warren.
And I'm Gordon Warren.
So we decided we'd come up to Spokane and have a look at retirement communities in this area. And Orchard Crest beat all of them out.
The activity program, the food.
We also really loved the friendship here. The people are very warm and welcoming. I highly recommend Orchard Crest. I think there's no better place.
Gesture, the world responds. Any car that doesn't offer that sense of control is a car that stops short of amazing.
Get special offers on select Lexus NX models.
I cannot believe I'm on American Idol.
It's just so iconic.
This will change my life.
Change my life.
My life.
My whole life.
moment of truth.
Yes.
You have an incredible voice.
That's what it's all about.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Where winning is just the beginning.
A Boy's Last Breakfast, streaming live Wednesday at 7 on KXLY+.
Welcome back. A Spokane firefighter has announced that he'll be challenging Eastern Washington Representative Michael Bumgardner in November's general election. Nate Powell will be running as an independent. He says both the Democratic and Republican parties failing to address cost of living, economic insecurity, and government trusts. Powell says he's a dad, a firefighter, and a veteran, and his campaign is about making sure the government works for the community and not billionaires. Today, President Trump is threatening to impose a new tariff on goods imported from Canada if a proposed trade deal from our northern neighbors moves forward. ABC's Selena Wang has the story.
President Trump is now threatening 100% tariffs on Canada if the country solidifies a trade deal with China. Now, the president didn't clarify exactly what deal he's referring to, but last week, Canada and China reached an agreement that involves Canada slashing its 100% tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles in exchange for lower tariffs on Canadian agricultural products in China. In his post, the president also referred to Prime Minister Mark Carney as the governor of Canada, referring to his repeated insistence that Canada should become the 51st U.S. state. Now, this also comes as President Trump has been attacking Canada after Mark Carney's speech in Davos, where he declared that the U.S.-led world order has ruptured and called on middle powers to band together and survive in this new era. He also called the use of tariffs coercion. Selena Wang, ABC News, Washington.
Well, the 2026 Oscar nominations are in, and one film shot locally making waves in Hollywood. Train Dreams is a movie set in Bonners Ferry and shot in locations throughout Eastern Washington, and it's been nominated for 4 Academy Awards. Scenes from the film are scattered throughout the inland Northwest, shot in 2024. In the Whitman County town of Tico, a sign remains reading Bonners Ferry Mercantile, a backdrop from the movie. The film gives an emotional portrayal of the railroad building industry, something this region played a big role in.
We all play just a really small part towards a greater vision, and so that's what is the great aspect about filming is you get to see all of that come together to make a beautiful project.
Vincent DeFelice is a local artist and the head scenic artist on the film. He created everything from wood, signs, and even sculptured trees for the movie. Now he's one of hundreds from the inland Northwest who worked on the movie. You can watch Train Dreams on Netflix and find out March 15th if it wins an Academy Award when the Oscars air right here on ABC.
It's just a party in your mouth.
Well, that Washington State student's excited, and Washington State University has developed a new breed of apple called the Sunflare. Students and staff recently got an exclusive taste of the apple, more than 20 years in the making. Now it's a mix between a Honeycrisp apple and a Pink Lady. Developers say the multicolor fruit, both sweet and tart, and has a crispy, crunchy texture. This is the first apple WSU's apple breeding program has created since the popular Cosmic Crisp came out in 2019.
Yeah, so this is actually a very similar profile to something like a Cosmic Crisp. You know, it has that initial just super crisp texture to it, and it's really, really sweet.
Students were able to grab a slice. These apples were not expected to hit grocery stores until 2029, so you have a bit of a wait. Right now, WSU says it's selling trees to growers and waiting for them to mature enough for commercial use. The current market is leaving many people struggling to find a job. Still to come, career experts share the strategies that actually work. And later, we'll meet the sea urchin that's predicting the Seahawks are heading to the Super Bowl. Don't go away.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at the EasyHomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Thank you.
I got this.
I need to know how strong you love it. How strong you love it. 'Cause I've been waiting. Yeah.
Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
We're Sell My House Fast, and we've been buying unwanted houses for cash, fast, for 25 years. We'll buy this house, and this one, even this one. Not that one. We'll buy this house for cash and this house, but not that one either. If you're relocating, inheriting a home you don't want, if you've got a tenant you really don't want, we'll buy it. If you're behind on taxes and want to avoid foreclosure, going through divorce, or if you just need cash to get out of debt, we will buy your house at a fair cash price, and we'll close fast too. So with us, no real estate agent, which means no commissions, no repairs or cleaning necessary, no appraisals or formal inspections, no open houses, no closing costs, and no long wait to close. Sell My House has been buying unwanted houses since 1999. Call to learn more. We'll buy this house and this house. Okay, not that one. We've got hundreds of Google 5-star reviews because our offers are fair and the process transparent. Call now and we'll connect you with a qualified local buyer.
1-800-219-1244.
Fred Meyer always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the app and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Discover more ways to save big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now, Special Edition.
Welcome back to 4 News Now. A rock slide in Grant County on State Route 155 closed the highway overnight. According to the Washington Department of Transportation, one of the rocks is large enough that it'll require blasting to break it up before it's cleared. Now, drivers should plan for traffic control and delays in the area until cleanup and repairs are complete. We'll send things over to forecaster Jason Valentine. Jason, we finally got some sunshine.
Oh, I knew I could hear you through Spokane.
You could hear my dancing through the walls.
Absolutely, and it's so much nicer than the gray we saw for about 9 days in a row.
Felt way longer.
But also, we're waiting for any precipitation, Rob. We haven't had precipitation in almost a month, so we don't have it anytime soon either, folks. Good Saturday evening, Rob. Good Saturday evening, everyone. 25 right now in the Spokane region. A beautiful day today, but those clear skies also lead into, yes, a very chilly overnight period. So get ready for overnights in the teens, the upper teens tonight. On our radar, we are free and clear. They're getting quite a bit of snow over in the central part of Montana. Our areas, though, staying dry, though a little bit of shower activity could be coming in Monday for the west side of the state of Washington. But we'll be looking at maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. I'll get to that in a bit. High temperature trend tomorrow. We're going to be right around where we were today in the right around 30 degrees or maybe a little warmer. Slightly warmer for your Monday, but then we're going to ascend back to the almost mid-40s by a week from today. So warmer temperatures are on the way. We're going to be warming up in our overnight period as well. But odds for wet weather, not so good. Even Wednesday and Thursday, we have a slight chance of it, but we're looking to stay pretty dry as we end January next Saturday. So overnight tonight, we have a little bit of cloud coverage coming in, and then we have a chance of seeing some freezing fog between 4 a.m. and 10 a.m. Then we should see the sunshine return for your Sunday. Let me get you and your family prepared for Sunday and your last work week of January in my first alert weather forecast. That's coming up.
All right, Jason, thanks. Well, right now, many job seekers navigating a challenging market. Hiring slowed in December, capping off one of the weakest years of job growth in decades. But there are strategies you can use if you're looking for work. And CNN's Maribel Gonzalez has the details.
The current no-hire, no-fire job market has left many workers unable to advance and those without a job unable to find one.
The job market is not growing, and that means that people who are seeking new employment are finding longer search times, and those who are currently employed have their job security somewhat undermined.
The perceived probability of finding a job hit a record low of 43.1% in December, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York's latest survey of consumer expectations. But keep in mind,
hiring is always happening. Even at companies that lay off, they're hiring at the same time. Hiring is never zero.
Career experts like Lisa Rangel recommend being clear on the job you want and on the goals of the company you're pursuing.
What initiatives do they want to pursue? What challenges do they have before them? And then make sure that your resume, your LinkedIn profile, your interview talking points are speaking to how you can help the company with those initiatives.
Networking with human interaction may lead to more success.
Show up at networking events, conferences, try different ways and don't just only submit to job postings hoping you're going to get picked.
And while it may seem counterintuitive, applying to every job you see is not the most efficient.
We wouldn't want to plan our retirement by playing the lottery. It shouldn't be the same with our careers.
I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
Well, we have a recap of a thrilling Gonzaga win tonight, plus one final preview for the Seahawks NFC title game tomorrow. Our sports has it all coming up next.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Unlike other value meals, Arby's new $7.99 meat and 3 box has 3 sides, not just one. It's more meal for your money. Seriously, it's more meal for your money. Well, where'd that come from?
Arby's, we have the meat.
Saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
This is the Orange Tractor, Kubota. Built for power, built for reliability. Other color tractors, you'll spend a lot of time working on them. Choose the tractor that works as hard as you and has the power and reliability to get the job done. Stick with the Orange Tractor. Get your Kubota Adams tractor today.
An 11-year-old boy sits down for breakfast before going to school, but he would never arrive.
All we want is Christopher to come back. That's it.
Fire rips through his home, and he disappears.
It takes a sick person to do something like that to a kid.
I'm Derek Dice. Join 4 News Now as we show you what happened to Christopher Wood.
I prayed for justice, but this is not what I expected.
How a bowl of cereal helped catch a suspected killer. Watch the 509's Most Notorious Crimes, A Boy's Last Breakfast, Wednesday on KXLY+.
Arby's new meat and 3 box for just $7.99 is a 4-course meal deal. Unlike other value meals, this box won't leave you hungry. Whoa! Can you believe all this food fits in one box?
Arby's, we have the meat.
Book your stay and play today at MissaquaCasinoHotel.com.
The Seahawks and Rams are one sleep away from the hyped-up final meeting of the season. One more game to determine the NFC champion and book which one of these teams' tickets to Super Bowl 60. Seattle enters as slight home favorites. Makes sense as they beat the Rams in overtime in their last meeting at home, blasted the 49ers in the divisional, and entered this game pretty healthy, minus running back Zach Charbonnet. On top of that, Seattle's a perfect 3-0 in home conference title games throughout their franchise history so far, knock on wood. But despite lofty expectations and Super Bowl dreams, Seattle head coach Mike Macdonald spoke this week on how his team mentally navigates this crazy road.
once we get to the stadium and there's atmosphere, like we're pretty insulated here. It's where we go to work and it's what we do. And you understand you definitely understand the stakes. Of course you do that. But just like we told the team, let's be great at and relentlessly chase refocusing, coming back to center at when your mind wanders. It's okay, it's going to happen, but all that stuff's just out of your control.
Seattle kicks off against Los Angeles tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. We'll have our Mia Green live at a watch party here in town, so make sure to check us out tomorrow afternoon. The Gonzaga Bulldogs survived a late scare against the San Francisco Dons, winning 68-66 despite an 8-point lead inside 90 seconds to go. Just a 2-point win. Clutch defense, though, in the final moments proved to be enough. Both Jalen Warley and Davis Vogel had huge games. Warley especially, 19 points on 70% shooting, plus a steal and 4 rebounds. He spoke post-game on his elite defensive versatility.
Play a role by kind of fixing issues. We have a lot of really talented guys, and especially with our recent injuries and stuff like that, we've had to play a lot of different lineups. So if I can play the 5 on defense and play the 1 on offense, so we can play some really difficult lineups for other people to guard, I'm all for it.
Gonzaga looks for win number 15 in a row after a week-long break. They next host the St. Mary's Gales, the big rivalry game Saturday, January 31st at 7:30 p.m. And the Washington State Cougars really needed this one. They got a big-time rebounded win, 95-79 over the Pepperdine Waves. Not a good start for Pepperdine as they dropped to 1-8 in the WCC. Cougs now up to 4-5 in conference play. A lot of it because of the man off the bench, Simon Hildebrand, 19 points, 7 for 12 shooting. He made 5 threes in this one. Huge game for him. Ace Glass with 18. 6 different players for the Cougs with double-digit scoring tonight in a very well-rounded effort. 95 points. That is the 5th time this season. Twice in a row, the Cougs topped 90 points. Impressive win for them. The Eastern Washington Eagles controlled and neutralized the Sacramento State Hornets, winning 75-67 to rise to 3-4 in Big Sky play. Kyrie Huey led the Eagles with 16 points. He was one of 4 starters with double-digit points. Lots of even scoring tonight. Eastern doubled Sac State's offensive rebounds, helping the Eagles to their 7th straight win over the Hornets. Next is a long road stretch starting at the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. That's next Thursday at 5 p.m. The Idaho Vandals could not manage an upset dub for the Portland State Vikings, falling 69-66 after cutting the deficit to just 1 inside a minute to play. Isaiah Brickner led the V's with 22 points on 7 for 9 shooting, but Terry Miller Jr., my goodness, 29 points for PSU, 8th 20-plus point game this season, 2 off his season high. Idaho drops to 4-3 in the conference. Next travels to the Northern Colorado Bears. That's Thursday night. Have a last look coming up after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The 2026 Boat Show. 2026 boats in stock. Always the best for less. Like this Tri-Tune 150 horse with trailer. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports. You owe it to yourself to see us before you buy. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports, your pontoon superstore.
This year, commit to fit and don't wish for it. Work for it at Move Fitness.
Whether you're starting from the beginning or just wanting better results, Move Fitness has what you need to get the job done.
I'm a real wild one.
Some days are the fun days. The days you get to go wild. Which makes the Ford Ranger perfect for you. Made to haul. Made for the trail. And made for any wild idea you've got. Get a wild deal on a Ranger today. Lease a 2025 Ford Ranger Super Crew 4x4 for just $279 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
There are a lot of Medicare Advantage plans. But who has time to call a bunch of different carriers to compare options? What if I told you it can take just 1 call? If you're new to Medicare, recently moved, or losing coverage, you qualify for a special enrollment period. By calling the number on your screen, you can compare rates and plans from multiple carriers. No more dialing around, no more headaches. It's fast, it's easy, and it's all done for you by a licensed insurance agent. You could get the coverage you want at a rate that fits your budget. It won't take more than a few minutes of your day, saving time, and it may save you money.
I just became eligible for Medicare, so I called to find a plan that fits my budget.
Don't waste time. Call the Benefits Network to speak to a licensed insurance agent about Medicare Advantage plans and compare rates from national carriers. 1 call to compare options from multiple carriers.
For a free no-obligation consultation, call 800-823-9682.
This is the American dream come true.
Shark Tank is casting for season 18.
This will determine your destiny. Help us grow this. I'm so excited!
Apply now for your chance to swim with the sharks.
I think this is your moment.
Shark Tank on ABC.
The 2026 Boat Show. 2026 boats in stock. Always the best for less. Like this Tri-Tune 150 horse with trailer. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports. You owe it to yourself to see us before you buy. Coeur d'Alene Marine Sports, your pontoon superstore.
4 News Now is brought to you by Disney's The Lion King. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Good Saturday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day so far. Hope you have great plans for your Sunday. Looking very chilly overnight tonight. We're in the mid-20s for Coeur d'Alene and Spokane. A little bit of cloud coverage starting to come into our areas. Very light, but we do have cold lows back into the teens overnight tonight. But that should be the last overnight period with those, except for some outlying areas. And we're going to be warming up quite a bit into our next work week. Fog, very possible overnight tonight, 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Keep an eye out for that if you're heading out. Light moisture midweek is a slight possibility. It's been almost a month without precipitation. If we get to Monday with no measurable precipitation, and we should, that'll be an entire month. Last time, the day after Christmas. So take a look at our radar. Just a hint of cloud coverage out there. Not too bad. Now on our forecast radar, quite a bit of snow going on in the central part of Montana. Our regions, though, staying dry. As we head into our overnight period Sunday into Monday morning, a little bit of shower activity coming in on the coast, and just little bits and pieces could break through into the Lewiston area, Pullman area by the time we get to Monday afternoon. That is going to move on, and then another storm system coming in for Tuesday for the West Coast. We do have a slight chance of just seeing a little bit of that as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but more likely than not, we're going to be staying dry. So looking at our passes, my goodness, the conditions have been fantastic for the month of January for travelers, and it is going to be staying dry at those regions as we head into at least Tuesday. Could see a little bit of light snow as we get into Wednesday, but still the traveling conditions for this time of year have been fantastic. Is exemplary, you might say. Current temperatures are a 16 in Colville. Other than that, we're in the mid to lower 20s. Pullman 20. Our friends in the Tri-Cities at 21. That is rare for them to be cooler than the rest of the regions. Overnight lows, we're going to be remaining in the teens for most of our cities in the inland Northwest. Tri-Cities are actually going to be a little bit warmer as you get into your day or overnight period. Air quality taking a little bit of a dip. Pretty widespread moderate air. Coeur d'Alene, Spokane, Pullman, Moscow getting spared right now. But keep an eye out for that. If you're having a little bit of breathing issues, that is why. So we'll keep a close eye on that as we move along. Current winds, well, if we have moderate air, that means not much wind action coming in, and we don't expect much overnight. 31 for your Sunday tomorrow. Again, a little bit more cloud coverage, a little bit more of that fog in the morning, and then we'll see sunshine in the afternoon. Slowly warming up back to the 40s by Thursday. Overnight lows getting back to around that freezing point. And again, going to be looking at a slight chance of showers by the end of the week. But your Sunday, besides that freezing fog in the morning, is going to look a lot like it did today.
Jason, thanks. We have a brand new Air 4 adventure for you tonight. Now this week, we're taking you over the Waikiki Springs Nature Preserve. Let's go for a ride on the Air 4 drone.
Waikiki Springs is definitely top of the list for me. It's literally a hidden gem right near our city center. We're 10 miles away from downtown. You have the water, so Little Spokane River, meeting the aquifer, which is, it's something you have to see. I mean, you'll hear and you'll see water and you're gonna automatically assume it's the river. It's not, it's the aquifer coming out of the ground and meeting our waterway and making perfect temperatures and water for salmon. There's 3 different trails you can choose from. 2 of them go a little bit over a mile, one's about a little bit over a half mile, so depending on how long you want to go, there's lots of variety. Besides just hiking, you have a lot of waterways, you have a lot of wildlife, moose, deer, all kinds of fish and birds. We have 2 bald eagles that nest here regularly, so we generally see them. Herons, a lot of indigenous plants. My job is really to kind of connect people to this place through storytelling. So I kind of go about it as a past, present, and future look at this place. They're going to hear about the Spokane tribe and how they lived alongside these waterways, and 80 to 90% of what they ate came out of the waterways. Presently, we're working at reintroducing salmon into the waterways. So what does that mean for our communities? Not just indigenous, but every single living organism benefits from salmon in our waterways. Then they'll learn a little bit about the Waikiki Dairy, and then just really take in the scenery and really just enjoy it. There's a lot of interpretive signage as well, so if you're not here with a guide, you can still kind of learn those things and take in those views as well. It's a beautiful place to hike and a beautiful place to learn about, and it's something you have to see.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we're part of this community, sharing your stories, listening to your voice, and delivering the news that matters most to you. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Every day asks for your best. You have goals to meet, standards to exceed. Stressless seating helps you rise to each moment, offering comfort that moves with you and design that supports you. It creates space to recharge, refocus, restore your clarity. Now at Ennis Fine Furniture, save 10% on qualifying stressless seating or $600 on the new Stressless Atom Recliner. Stressless. Recharge, rest, and shine.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Work at 0% APR on Sierra 1500 models.
See your local GMC dealer.
Race car drivers change lanes very fast, but with no outside mirrors. How come they don't crash? Introducing Angel View, the new wide-angle mirror that reduces blind spots. Angel View simply snaps over your car's rear view mirror, giving you a 160-degree view behind you. Ordinary rear view mirrors are small and flat, but Angel View has a huge mirror with curved glass. This convex shape allows you to see both blind spots with one glance. And with our Pro Edition special coating, it's anti-glare at night. Get your Angel View now for just $19.99 through this special offer. But wait, this may be your last chance to get Angel View at this low price. There is a strict limit of 2 Angel Views per order while supplies last. Order now.
Call 1-800-592-9304. That's 1-800-592-9304 or visit getangelview.com. So call 1-800-592-9304 now.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's get you ready for your Sunday. Could see a little bit of freezing fog until about 10 a.m. Then that sunshine is going to come back out. Mostly sunny skies in your afternoon. Highs right around that freezing mark. We're going to continue to warm up into our next week.
Jason, thanks. Tomorrow we'll find out if the Seattle Seahawks go into the Super Bowl and at a seaside aquarium in Oregon. A creature thinks they are. This is Sam the sea urchin, and Sam has a 55% accuracy rate at picking teams, so better than a coin flip. And Sam predicts that the Super Bowl will be between the Broncos and the Seahawks. All right, Sam, we're pulling for you. You better be right on this one.
Or he just likes teams on the right.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.